Hello guys, welcome back. So today we are going to discuss about mean, mode, median and range. We also discuss about the formulas and calculation of them. But before that, we must have to know when this we have to use, when we can use it, at which situation we need to use it. Okay. So let me tell you guys, in the quantitative methods, when we have to find out the central tendency, in that case we have to use those all matrices. Okay, what is mean of this central tendency? So for example, you have a data of, for example, I'll take 10 set ideally. So if you want to find out the actual average of the student, those who have score in any of the subject from 10 to 90 out of 100. Okay, and we observe that there are 10 student, for example. So 10 student have different score, and I just wanted to know actual the tendency of this class. Is the student in this class are very good enough, are they excellent, or we need to take extra classes kind of to improve them. In that scenario, what I have to do, I have to find out the average. What I have to find out, average marks obtained in this class. So to calculate that average, for one subject, for different subject it can be differ, and that differ mean we can be calculate this average in different scenarios by this mean, mode, median and range. Though range is given us the minimum and maximum range, so that we will be discussing the upcoming slides. Okay, so when we have to find out the central tendency of any data or any set, in that scenario we must have to use mean, mode and median. To find out the range, what is minimum difference between minimum and maximum score, we also have the range. Okay, all right. So in this scenario, we first of all have to use mean, mode, median and range. So now let's jump to the what is the meaning of mean, mode, median and range. Okay, let's see first one. This is the first one. As I said, we have to find out the central tendency. Okay, and the location is the exact number of this tendency. Why we are using it? Again, the statistics for managerial decision. Whatever decision we have to make, or to make that decision we must have some reference data. So this is the reference data, this is the analysis that we are delivering in front of managerial people to take their decisions or administrative decisions. Okay, so let's see. Here I have described the central tendency measurement. The measures of central tendency are summary measures that attempt to describe a whole set of data with a single value. And in the previous example I have taken, that single value is nothing but average. Okay, average of the class, that represent the middle or center of its distribution. The most common measures of the central tendency are this and this: mean, median and mode. Okay, so by this way, what I have to do, I have almost like, if I take example for 10 set, it's okay that we can simply find out the tendency by doing some mathematical calculation. But in real example, if you have in data science we have millions of in data science we have millions and trillions of data. In data science team we have millions and trillions of the data, and if you are sitting with the calculator, it may take 6 months of time to calculate that. But guys, by these formulas, what we can do, we have some formulas. So simply you have to put that, complete your Excel, Word, or whatever it is, the document that you have, the complete data. You simply can import it. Simply, for example, if I do have this formula in software, what I have to do, I have to just import this Excel to this application, and it will find out the result for your mean, median, or mode. So first of all, from this, you are ready to know what is the average tendency of your data set. Okay, all right. So by this way we can measure the central tendency. Here we have the chart for it. First we have median, mean, and mode. Again, that mean is subdivided into three means, that arithmetic mean, harmonic mean, and a geometric mean. When to use that, I also have mentioned that in upcoming slides. So when to use this arithmetic mean, harmonic mean, and geometric mean. Okay, all right. Okay, so you don't need to write anything. I'll just give you a little brief about where you can get all this presentation. This is website. On this website you'll get everything. Okay, all the slides and everything. Also you have notes there. So this is the complete structure we have for central tendency, and we are going to discuss it here, all these tendencies. Okay, so now let's get start with the first one. First let's start with this mean, and then we will go to mode and median. Okay, all right. So let's get start with the very first one, that is mean. Okay, so what is the mean? The mean will be the center point among the set of numbers. Okay, mean is also known as average. This is a very famous word, average. If you want to find out the average in real-time example in academics, we call it as the aggregate percentage, aggregate percentile, you know. So that is the average. Okay, how to calculate that? So to do the calculation, it's depend on which type of data you have. Do you have the arithmetic data, do you have the harmonic data, or do you have the geometric data? Okay, and how I can get to know which data is arithmetic, which one is harmonic, and which one is geometric? Okay, so there is the standard difference between all of them. If the value has the same unit, all the data you have in your set. So if I take the example, I will take example number 1. I have a data of 5 kilogram, 10 kilogram, 20 meter, or for example, just keep it for time being 20 kg, and then again 30 kg. Okay, second example, I have simply what I have is like 5 kg, 10 kg, 20 meters, and again what I can take 30. Just take maybe a physical quantity as ampere. Okay, I'll take a third example. When I do have 5 kilogram per area, per 20 square meter, 20 kg per 30 square meter. Okay, this is true. So the real-time example is, I do have some substance which have weight 5, also have another substance is 10, 20, 30. I do have 4 substances. I want to find out the average of them. Okay, in this scenario you have to use the arithmetic mean. Why? Because if you can see here, this all the units, this is complete set. Okay, all unit in this set or all entity in this set have same unit, kg, kg, kg and kg. Okay, in this kind of example you have to use, what you have to use is, you have to use what? Arithmetic mean. Second example is, you have different units. If you can see here, 5 kg, 10 kg, 20 meters, 30 ampere. Kg is a different physical quantity. This is again same. A meter is different than that of kg, and ampere is again different. But if you want to find out the average of this set, then you have to use what? Geometric mean. Third example is, for example, we have the team for the extraction. They managed to get 1 kg metal for 20 square kilometer of area. Another set, they managed to get 20 kg of maybe gold at 30 square kilometer of area. Okay, this is the rate. If you can see, 1 upon something is the rate, or we can call it as rational form, or rate, or ratio. Okay, in this scenario, for this third, what you can use is harmonic mean. Okay, it is very simple. That's why I have taken this 3 different example. So here you can simply find out when to use arithmetic mean, when to use geometric mean, and when to use harmonic mean. Okay, nice. I hope you guys can able to understand. It is very simple till now. Okay, so how to calculate those means? Here I got to know what is the mean. Now I have to find out what are the calculation, what are the actual formulas to calculate them. All right. Okay, so let's get started with the very first one. Here we have is arithmetic mean. Okay, so this is the arithmetic mean that I have, as a previous slide, I have explained you guys when to use it. Okay, so formula, let's see the formula. This is also known as total of all by divided by total numbers, that is total of all set total divided by total number. This is the formula. If you can see, this is the formula. This is the explanation, where this is the values in the set x1, x2, x3, xn, and this is total numbers of values in the set. Okay, let's try that with the example. Just take example number 1, where we have data as a 2, 6, 7, 4 and 3. I have to find what? Arithmetic mean. Okay, all right, so let's see. Okay, now the solution is, what formula we have? AM is equal to x1, x2, x3, x raised to n upon n. So here we have n is equal to 5, total numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then I'll place the value am is equal to 2 plus 6 plus 7 plus 4 plus 3 divide by 5. Okay, if you simply add that number, complete, if you can see here, 8, 15, 90, 22 divide by 5. So actual value of it is 4.4. Okay, so my AM is, arithmetic mean is 4.4. Okay, this is first one. Let's see the second one. Example number 2. We have set the value as 10, 20, 30, 40 to find AM. Let me erase those simple some of the disturbance. Okay, and now we have solution. Formula, as we said, is x1, x2, x3 up to xn upon n. Here what value we have? Xn is equal to, here we have n is equal to 4. Now I'll put all the values. Okay, I'll put all the values. 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 upon n is 4. If you add all these values, you'll get the total as 10, 20, 30, 30 plus 30, 60, 60 plus 40, 100. And here we have your arithmetic aggregate for this is 25. Okay, all right. So if you can see, the arithmetic mean for this one is 4.4 and arithmetic mean for this one is 25. Simply it is calculation of addition and division. Okay, you can simply do it by manual, or also you can use the calculator. Okay, all right. So let's get started with the second one. I hope there'll be no any complication that you may face to calculate all of this. If you have any, you certainly can please write down in the comment. Okay, and let's start with the second one. Let's start with the second one, that is harmonic mean. So let's see the definition first. The harmonic mean is a type of average that is calculated by dividing the number of values in the series by sum of the reciprocal of 1 upon x of each of the value in the series. So what is meaning of it is, for example, I do have some values like 1, 2, 3, and I have to find out the harmonic mean of this. So ideally what I have to do, I have to add its reciprocal of addition of this. Reciprocal, that means 1 upon something and addition of all of them, like in this scenario 1, 2, 3. Okay, and it is divided divided by total numbers of values, and then values should be at n. This is the formula for harmonic mean. N upon, ideally I just wanted to describe it a bit. So the formula is 1 upon x1, 1 upon x2, 1 upon x3, 1 upon xn. This is the meaning of this formula. This is how you can calculate. This is how the actual descriptive formula for this one. Okay, so now let's get started with the example. As I have explained you, to calculate this harmonic mean, your set should be have different units. Then only you can use this harmonic mean. Okay, all right. So let's jump to the calculation part now with these examples. So fortunately what I have done is I have taken all the example for same number. So end of this session we can able to simply conclude something about this. the mean, how it is relative to each other, does they have the actual relation between them. Okay, all right, so let's get start with the very first one. The first one, example number 1, and the values we have is 2, 6, 7, 4, 3, and what we have to find out is HM. Okay, and let's go to the solution now. Formula is equal to n upon 1 upon 2, I mean 1 upon x1, 1 upon x2, xn. Okay, now let's see the calculation part. HM is equal to, if you can see how many numbers we have in the set, n is equal to 5. Okay, n is equal to 5, where n is equal to 5. So 5 upon 1 by 2 plus 1 by 6 plus 1 by 7 plus 1 by 3 plus 1 by 4 plus 1 by 3. Okay, so if you calculate here this part, if you calculate it, so you will get the total values as 5 upon 1.5595. Okay, and if I can conclude it as it is as a 5.156, and the value of it is 3.2061, that I can approximate it to 3.21. so HM for this is 3.21. Okay, this is example number 1. Now let's see, if you want to take down the note of it, you can do it. Let's see the second example. Let me quickly erase it. The second example, where we have the values as 10, 20, 30 and 40, and what we have to find out is HM. As I said, the formulas in this scenario, you might now observe that we have total numbers of set as a 4 upon 1 upon 10 plus 1 upon 20, 1 upon 30, 1 upon 40. Okay, if you add, do the calculation for denominator, it is rise up to 0.2833. I can consider it as 0.021, and then we have the values for it is 19.20. $19.2037, it's mean 19.2. Okay, this is example for the second example. This is the solution for second example. Okay, all right, I think there'll be no difficulty you should face, because again here what we are doing this division and summation of the division and again division. Okay, so ideally I don't think it should be any difficulty you can face for this. If you felt any difficulty, what you can do, you simply place the bracket at every place and then you can calculate it. Okay, all right, so this is all about the harmonic mean. We have seen the definition, we also have seen the formulas, and this is how we also see how we can calculate it. I request you guys, instead of once you are reading this or learning it, please try it by yourself once. Okay, just take this example, or you might take the another example, but end of the day, my plan is you must need to know the calculation as well here. Okay, all right, this is second one. Let's now jump to third one, that is geometric mean. The geometric mean refers to the average of this set. It is also known as nth root of n number. So what is meaning of it is given in the formula. So for example, here it is ideally n square root of this n. So first of all, when we have to use it, when we have rates, as I have taken, or as I have mentioned you in first slide. Okay, when you have rate, in that scenario you have to use it. Okay, so how you can calculate it? Simple, how you can calculate it. So I'll take example without wasting time. 2 6 7 4 3. I have to find out GM, where n is equal to 5. Total numbers of values in the set 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, here if you can see 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and then here is my formula is n root of, you can say, x1 x2 x3 x4. There is a multiplication between them. Okay, so in this current scenario I can put it by this way, and I will just place the multiplication for this. 5 root of, if I multiply this all the values, the total value of it is 1008, and if you calculate it, that is 1 upon 5, that is 1008 raised to 0.2. okay, then you will get a value as 3.99. I can approximate it as a 4. So GM is equal to 4. This is the solution for first example. Okay, all right, here you might feel difficulty to find out this one. If I hope you know guys that if I do this like n root to x, so it will convert that as a 1 upon n. 2 square root of x, I can write it as this way. Okay, I just wanted to explain how I converted this to this. Okay, all right, so this is the first one. Let's jump to the second one as well. Example number 2. The values in this set we have is values in the example number 2. Values in the set is 10 20 30 40. I have to find the GM. Okay, now I do have the formulas as well. Formula I have n is equal to 4. Okay, let's see now what is GM. What is my n upon is equal to n square root of multiplication of x into x2 into x3. Okay, so n is 4. I am doing the multiplication, and n is 4. Simply if you can multiply it, you'll get this value. Okay, 1/4, that is to 4. 4 times 0 is 0.25. Okay, if you calculate this complete, you'll get the value as 22.1336. That is 22.134. That is GM for example number 2. Okay, simple calculation, nothing in difficulty you should face. It is very simple, very calculatable, and you simply can use the calculator. Okay, so those I have seen the all these three means. Let's see now what we have next is so what we have next is mode. Okay, let's see what is the mode. So as we have seen it, we have completed the mean. Now we come at mode. It is very simple, very simple. Here you have to find out the mode is the value that appear most often. The values you can observe in the set is nothing but mode. Let's take example number 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. I just taken this example number 1 with the ascending order. You can see here 2 is occurred only once, 3 is occurred twice, 4 is occurred once, 6 is occurred once. Here we have mode as 3. Example number 2, 10, 20, 30, 40, 20, 40. If you can see, we have 10 as a 1, 20, 30, 40, 20, 40. If you can see, 20 is repeat or appear twice, and 20 and 40 is a repeat twice. So mode for this one is 20 and 40. Okay, very simple. How many time that number occurred in this series, so which number have maximum occurrence is nothing but the mode of this series or mode of this set. Let's see next one, that is the median. The median is the middle point in the data set. Half the data point is the smaller than the median, and half data point are the larger than it. So actually what I have to find out here is middle number. Okay, let's take example number 1 without wasting time. So very first thing you have to do is you have to convert this series into ascending order. And that is 3, 3, 4, 6, 6 and 7. Okay, if you can see, how many total numbers we have is 5. Whichever is at center is nothing but median. So in this scenario we have median as number 4. This is example number 1. Example number 2 is 10, 20, 30, 40, 20 and 40. Simply convert it into the ascending order. 10, 20, 20, 30, 40 and 40. If you can see here, we have 6 values, and then if you wanted to find out the center, you have these 2 values at the center. Ideally there will be no center, but if you have 2 values of the center, so what you have to do is you have to find out the average of it. 20 plus 30 divided by 2, that is 25. So median for this is 25. Median for this is 4. Okay, all right. Let's see the next one. What is the range? Okay, the range is nothing but in the statistics the difference between the highest and lowest observed in given data set, the difference between highest value and difference to the lowest value. So what is meaning of it? Let's take the example and try to understand it. Set question number 1, 2, 6, 4, 3, 3. Okay, which one is lowest value? Minimum is where minimum is 2 and maximum is 7. So range is equal to max minus mean, that is 7 minus 2 is equal to 4. Range is equal to 5. Sorry, it's 5 not 4. Number 2 is a 20, 30, 40, 20 and 40. Okay, minimum in this is 20, max is 40, range is equal to max minus mean, 40 minus 20 is 20. So range is equal to 20. This is very simple. You have to just find out minimum and maximum, and then you can simply find out the range. Okay, all right. So that is it for today. That is it for the central tendency. That is how we can find out the central tendency. I think we managed to cover everything in this session. I hope you like it. I also have taken very good example, and with the actual numbers in the GM, HM and AM, so you can find out what is the trend of it. Okay, do some analysis of their result and you can see how the HM or GM or AM is going to be at low number or higher side. Thank you so much guys to being on the channel till the end, and thank you so much for being on the channel. If you've not been subscribed, don't forget to subscribe the channel, and please click on this bell icon so you'll get the notification on daily basis. Thank you. Thanks for your time. Have a good day.